Well, it seems like it's time for another review, right? And this time we're doing a Marvel review. That's right. A Marvel movie review. And this is the time where in 2000s they started experimenting doing these type of Marvel films and stuff like that, etc., etc., etc. Films like which started off in the 90s, the late 90s with Blade. Then later on, 2 years later, we had X-Men. Then Spider-Man 2002. Then The Hulk. The Punisher. And this movie, Daredevil. So let's get into this review on Daredevil. Yeah, I might disappoint people. Other people might agree with me, but this movie, I could say it's decent. You know, this is a decent film. I don't really hate this film or anything like that. It's just that this movie does have a lot of issues. Yeah, of course, it has a lot of issues, but I couldn't say I hate it or anything like that, because there is times this movie is funny. I enjoyed the chemistry between Ben Askrak and Jon Favreau. I really enjoyed their chemistry in this movie. And yes, Jon Favreau was in a Marvel movie before Iron Man. Yes, that's right. And he was a lawyer. I think he was a secretary who works with Ben Affleck's Matt Murdock. Because Matt Murdock's a lawyer, and blah 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 blah. And I watched the director's cut. I didn't watch the theatrical version, which they cut a lot of stuff out for the theatrical version, which that made a lot of people hate the movie because some retard in one of those companies, I think it was Fox or something like that. They're a bunch of dumbasses. They told the director to cut all this shit out of the movie, and for the theatrical release, it said just leave it in there because that's stupid doing that. Because the director's cut is 2 hours and 16 minutes or 17 minutes. The theatrical release is an hour 42. I heard they mostly took out most of the lawyer scenes, which that's stupid because Daredevil is a lawyer. Besides him being a superhero, who kick people's asses, And most of the time he does that shit is when one of the bad guys is not guilty or something. He goes chasing after them and he gets them killed because they're a bad guy and they deserve to die for what the crimes they have done. It's like when one of the characters, Ben Victor, the actor who's a lot of other stuff besides this. He was in Everybody Hates Chris as the asshole teacher, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that movie with Eddie Murphy called. I did a review on that movie. I forgot what the name of that is. That's how much I really did give a shit with that movie, but his character sucked ass in that film. The Eddie Murphy film came out in like late 90s, mid 90s, somewhere around there. And it was like a ripoff of Beverly Hills Cop, but it was a better version of Beverly Hills Cop 3. But yeah, not Paul, I think it was Ben Paul Victor or something like that, as his real name is. He done pretty well in this movie, Better than that movie with Eddie Murphy. But anyways, yeah, I find it very stupid for Fox or whatever company that owns Daredevil. It's really stupid of them to get rid of most of the parts from the movie, for the theatrical release. That was the stupidest shit ever. That's why most people thought it sucked, because they got rid of all the good parts. They understand that Daredevil's job is a lawyer besides him being a superhero, Like a bunch of fucking idiots. That's why most people hated the movie. Because they're a bunch of dumbasses. Fucking dumbass Fox. They don't understand. You don't do shit like that, honestly. Leave the fucking movie alone. And this is directed by a guy named Mark Steven Johnson. And I never heard of this guy before. And he did other movies like Ghost Rider. Yeah, so that's another Marvel film with Nicolas Cage. I never watched that, and I heard people say it was good. I don't know. I'm not really much of a Nicolas Cage guy, but I don't know. I might give it a try. He didn't do Elektra. He actually did the Elektra movie. No, he didn't do Elektra. Some other guy did. And I heard that one sucked, the Elektra. I heard that movie was really awful, I heard. But who knows? That could be good. Maybe not. I don't know. I never watched Elektra. I heard a lot of bad things about it. That's why I never watched it. And the thing is, I don't like Jennifer Garner as Elektra that much. I mean, she's cute, but it's just that she doesn't fit the character, in my opinion. I just don't see her as Elektra. And she was basically wasted in the fucking movie. She was definitely wasted. Like, she was a waste of time even using that character in this movie. I feel like she shouldn't even be in this movie, regardless. I think she shouldn't even exist in this movie. She was like a waste of a time of a character, you know, because she does not fit here. I don't think her character was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she shouldn't even be in this movie. And like I said, I don't like Jennifer Garner as Elektra. She does not fit the character. Her face does not look like she's Elektra. Because in the comic book, she looks... I know it's not supposed to be really accurate and anything like that, you know, but at least actually get somebody that looks like Elektra, for crying out loud, you know. You know, I never actually read her comics about Elektra, none of that stuff. I never actually read her comics. But it would be nice if they remake that movie instead of remake all these other fucking garbage movies. It doesn't even need a fucking remake. I think Elektra needs a fucking remake, you know? But for some reason, all these other movies deserve a remake, but not Elektra. I don't get that. I think Elektra deserves a remake because that movie... Well, I heard people say it sucked balls, so that's why I never watched it. Because it does look awful the way I saw some things about it, you know. And it wasn't by the same director or anything like that, so yeah. But anyways, let's get back to Daredevil. So the movie starts off where, you know, he's a little boy, he's 12 years old, you know. He doesn't get along with people. He gets bullied by AJ Johnson from the Sopranos. I was like, what the hell is AJ's little punk ass doing here? He said he's a little bully in this fucking movie. Get your little pussy ass out of here. You know your bitch ass, a little bitch in the Sopranos. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is he doing here? He's like a bully in this movie. And then, you know, you're bullying Matt Murdock, and his dad's a boxer, and, you know, they talk to each other and stuff like that. He told him to not fight, and he was like, I tried to not fight him, but I had no choice to keep picking on me. And, you know, he understands and stuff like that. And later on, little Matt Murdock decided to look for his dad. See, he still has his job at the construction site, and his old boss said he doesn't work here anymore. And, you know, it turns out he's like beating some guy up or something like that in the alleyway. His son catches him doing that, and his son runs away, and his dad shouts at him, "He's like, well, where are you going, Matt?" And fucking Matt Murdock gets hit by one of those machines, and he got hit in the eye, and he gets blinded. And his dad is hurt by it, and he hugs him and cries. You know, it's a really good beginning story of how they told about Matt Murdock when he was a kid, how he lost his sight and stuff like that. Like, this is a really good beginning story. I really enjoyed the whole beginning story about how he lost his sight, and his dad's a boxer, and that's how he makes money, besides, you know, beating people up in the alleyway and stuff like that. I really enjoyed the whole beginning and stuff like that. Him boxing and stuff like that. While Daredevil, Kid Mac Murdock was figuring out how to use his power abilities when he's blind and stuff like that. And he's figuring out how to do these moves on the roof and stuff like that. He started figuring out how to do stuff when he's blind. You know, that's pretty cool scenes. And he figures out how to beat up the bullies with his blind stick. He started beating their ass. Like, that shit was fucking hilarious. He beat up AJ's little bitch ass. I meant AJ Soprano. That's what I meant. I said AJ Johnson. I said the actor from Friday. Exhale. But my mistake. I meant AJ Soprano. He started beating the shit out of AJ Soprano's little bitch ass with the blind stick. He started whooping his ass, and his friends, he like whipped their asses with them and shit with the stick. Like, that's just hilarious. I really enjoyed that scene. Like, you know, fuck bullies, you know. That shit was hilarious. And fucking Hector Salamanca's in here. I was like, what the hell? Hector's in here. What the hell is Hector doing here? Where's his wheelchair and his ring ding bell at? Ding! Where the hell is that all at? I was like, he's walking and talking. Look at that shit. He's walking. He's fucking walking. It's a miracle. He was talking to fucking the boxer, Matt's dad, the boxer, telling him he got to throw the fight. or else. And you know, his dad decides, you know what, fuck it, I ain't throwing no fucking fight. And he knocked that motherfucker out, and his son's like waiting for him and shit, and fucking in the parking lot he gets killed by Kingpin. He gets knocked the fuck out and dead. Like one punch, like some One Punch Man shit. You know, I'm not a fan of that anime. He gets knocked the fuck out and dead, and he drops a rose on him. And you know, little Matt Murdock trying to look where he's at, and you know you can't see, so. And he sent something that his dad's on the ground, and you know he feels the rose, so now you understand his father's got dead and stuff like that. Then cuts to him, and he's an adult, played by Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck does a good job playing Daredevil. I don't mind him as Daredevil. He did a pretty well job playing the character, you know. And he's like in a ice bathtub, sitting in there relaxing and stuff like that. And that sounds like really nice. I like sitting in an ice bathtub, which that's how most football players do. They sit in one of those things. He's just chilling there and shit. You know, and he does lawyer stuff. Jon Favreau is his secretary buddy, or his lawyer buddy, whatever the hell. Yeah, I think it's his lawyer buddy. And they're both funny as hell together. They're like hilarious with each other. I'm like, I can't like not stop laughing at these scenes with him and Jon Favreau. I'm like, ha ha ha, this shit's fucking funny with these two. Like, they had like really good chemistry with each other. Like, I really enjoyed the lawyer scenes. I don't know why they cut most of that out. That shit really pissed me off. Well, once I heard about that, they cut most of the lawyer scenes out and stuff like that. And fucking Paul Ben Victor's character is not guilty, and you know, Daredevil's pissed off and decides to go after him as in a superhero costume, Daredevil superhero costume. And I really like his costume. You know, it's really well designed. I love the design that they put on that suit and stuff like that. And he goes looking for him at the bar, and he kills a bunch of guys. He beats a bunch of guys' asses in there and stuff like that. And he chases Paul Van Victor to the subway, and he knocks Paul Van Victor off the sidewalk, and he falls on the rails of the train, the subway train. He broke his back. He can't move anymore. And Daredevil like told him, "You see that light right there? That is not heaven. Okay, that is not heaven." And he gets hit by the train. He gets killed. Yeah, and the cops show up, and all of a sudden, Joey Pants shows up. The guy who plays Cypher from The Matrix. Joey Pants. I'm like, what the fuck? What's Joey Pants doing here? He's like a news reporter or something. He does the press. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. They got Joey Pants, the guy who plays Cypher from The Matrix, to be a news press guy, news reporter. Well, not news reporter. Like I say, he does the press. You know, newspapers and shit. He writes articles and shit. I'm like, well, what the fuck? What is he doing here? Like, this is great casting, man. Like, you got Joey Pants, Jon Favreau in here. Like, those two are fucking hilarious. I'm like, this is great. Like, I wish Joey Pants was like in more movies besides this and The Matrix. He's like, this guy's funny as shit. Like, I cannot stop laughing at his the way he performs this movie. It's like hilarious the way he performs this movie. I'm like, holy shit, it's Joey Pants. It's fucking it's Cypher from The Matrix. Holy shit. Like, he was funny as fuck. It's the shit he says in here. The way he acts and stuff is funny. But I wish he was like in more movies, Joey Pants. Then later on, there's scenes where, what was another scenes where, it was Ben Affleck and Jon Favreau sitting in the coffee shop. This hot girl comes in. She's played by Jennifer Garner and Elektra. And Jon Favreau makes jokes saying that she's ugly and she's hideous and stuff like that. And, he's just fucking with him. Fucking with Ben Affleck. He's like, he still walked over and started talking to her and stuff. You know. But, the most cringe part of this movie was the whole playground scene. That's just the most cringeest shit I ever watched. I agree with people about the playground scene. That shit is cringe. I don't know why the director left that scene there. Now, that scene should have been taken out of the fucking movie. That scene should have been taken out. That shit is cringe. Real fucking cringe. I didn't like that part. Like, all these kids are cheering, like, yeah, fight. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what was going on in the guy's head when he wrote that scene? He should have scratched that fucking scene. Like, what the fuck? Got these kids cheering, telling these grown ass people that they're enjoying them fighting and stuff. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, what was going on in this movie? I was like, this is getting fucking weird, isn't it? Like, I was like, what the fuck? These little kids watching Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck fight each other. Like, what is going on? Like, that shit was cringe. I like that part is the most cringiest part I ever seen in this movie. But later on, like, I forgot what happens next. Something about Kingpin. And Kingpin's played by fucking Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace to that guy. That sucks what happened to Michael Clark Duncan. I really like that guy as an actor. I always thought that guy was a beast. You know, I always thought he was a really good actor. And he's like a really nice guy in real life, too. He's a really nice guy. And, you know, he played Kingpin. You know, they need an actor as big as fuck. And they're like, let's get Michael Clark Duncan. He's big as fuck. Let's get that guy. He's from the Green Mile. Let's get that big motherfucker. So they got his big ass. And he did pretty well. You know, I really enjoyed him. You know, fucking breaking people, slamming people on the ground and shit. You know, killing them. You know, because he's fucking Kingpin. And then, you know, he has his meeting with Elektra's dad and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw his old ass or something else. Elektra's dad. I forgot where he was from. He's from a lot of fucking movies. I forgot where he was from. Let me see here. What are you looking for him real quick here? Find the old man. There you go. Eric Alvari or something. That's how you pronounce his name. Oh yeah, here you go. The Mummy, Home Alone. Yeah, that's right. I saw him from Home Alone. That's right. Yeah, The Mummy, Home Alone. I remember he's from another movie I know. I think it was Stuart Little. I think it's from Stuart Little too. I think The Master of Disguise. I forgot he was in that movie. I enjoyed Master of Disguise, which most people hated for some reason. I don't know why. I thought it was pretty fucking hilarious to me. Yeah, that's right. Home Alone. Fucking the other movie I said, yeah, I know who that guy is. He's like in a lot of shit. And I was like, oh, I know that fucking guy. The Mummy, the Home Alone and shit. Yeah, he was in that. And he plays Elektra's dad in here. I was like, oh, I know that fucking guy. And, you know, Michael Clark Duncan, you know, he gets in an argument with him and stuff like that. And now he wants him dead because he didn't agree with him with things. All that shit. Then, you know, he hires this man named Bullseye, who's played by Colin Farrell. And I really enjoy Colin Farrell as Bullseye. He did a really good job playing this character, you know. That one scene he's in that bar, you know, throwing fucking, what was it called, those darts at a dart game and stuff like that. And his fat fuck is talking shit to him, and he kills that guy. I thought that shit was funny, you know. But like I said, like later on in this film, like it's just, I don't know, it's starting to get like a little slow at times and stuff like that. I start to get a little bored, but I still kind of enjoyed the film. Especially like later on, the two lawyers when they go talk to Coolio. Yeah, Coolio's in this movie. I was like, what the fuck, Coolio? What's he doing here? There's a lot of memorable faces in this movie, man. I was like, Coolio's ass is in here. And he's wondering if he's innocent, and Matt Murdock is sensed through his body, sense his heart, and he's like, yeah, he's definitely innocent. He's like, really? I'm innocent? Shit, wow, okay, motherfucker, all right. So now Matt Murdock's like helping me get his case closed, get him out of jail, stuff like that, because you know he's not guilty and stuff like that. So he decides he's gonna help him out. And that's probably like one of the scenes they cut out of the movie or something like that. The whole Coolio's case situation, stuff like that. Like I said, they should have left that in there because that's stupid. Like, why cut all the good parts out of the movie? They should let everything in there. There's nothing wrong with watching a 2-hour, 17-minute movie. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like it's 2 hours and 49 minutes or something. You know, like, come on. It's not like as long as a Scarface movie or something. But like I said, they had this Ben Affleck has a romance scene with Jennifer Garner, which, you know, in real life, they actually got married for, like, I don't know how many years, and they had, like, divorce. Now, Ben Affleck's getting married to Jennifer Lopez, which I wouldn't trust being with that fucking broad, because she can't make up her mind who she wants to marry. Because the first thing she wanted to marry was that that fucking baseball player, and then she fucking ditched his ass, and then they went actually trying to marry Ben Asscrack. And she probably got diss his fucking ass. Like she don't know who she wants to be with. She's like confused in the fucking head. She's one of those dumb ass dots. You know, she don't know who she wants to be with. She can't make up her fucking mind. That's how these ladies can be like sometimes. Not all women are like that. It's just that there's someone like that, like her. But anyways, you know, yeah, fucking in the movie, fucking Daredevil and Elektra had like a thing for each other and stuff like that. But you know, Elektra doesn't know he's Daredevil until later on. You know, like I said, there is a couple issues with this film, and we're gonna get to that soon. Where, well, like, so they went to the party, stuff like that. And there's a fancy party where Michael Clark Duncan shows up as Kingpin. He's there, and you know Jon Favreau is Ben Affleck meets him and stuff like that. And you know Ben Affleck goes upstairs to talk to Elektra, stuff like that. Blah blah. Then Bullseye shows up, chases after Elektra's dad. Elektra's dad drives away, and Bullseye chases after him and shit. And he fucking Daredevil shows up and gets in a fight with Bullseye, and he tried to whoop his ass, and Bullseye gets pissed off because he missed. Because you know Bullseye never misses. He's like, I never missed. You know, he was pissed off, and you know he gets in a fight with Daredevil and shit. Daredevil whoops his ass. He whooped Daredevil's ass too, and he used Daredevil's fucking stick, and he kills the fucking Elektra's dad with it right through his fucking heart. Kills him, and Elektra wants revenge, and she starts training and stuff like that. You know. Well, like I said, after the part where Elektra's dad gets killed, it started becoming like a slow burner film. It started getting like a little slow and stuff like that. But not too slow, but it started getting like a little slow at times. You know, fucking Ben Affleck, Daredevil get all like upset and start knocking his shit over in his house, knocking his costumes over and stuff. He was pissed off. You know, because you know, Elektra wants nothing to do with him now. Nothing to do with Daredevil, but you know, he showed up to the funeral and stuff like that. You know, her dad got killed and stuff like that. But I don't really care about the funeral scene. I thought that scene was boring. I probably will skip it next time. And like I said, she wants revenge, and she had attacking Daredevil. You know, she thinks Daredevil killed her father, even though I don't understand. Was she right there with Elektra's dad? Was she right there with her dad? When Bullseye threw Daredevil's stick into him in his heart, like she didn't see that shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me with that? Like Daredevil didn't fucking kill him. He threw the stick in him because it's his stick that he killed him and stuff. That makes no fucking sense. So she attacks him on the roof. She stabs him with her sai, and Bullseye shows up. Bullseye fights her. You know, and he stabs her with her own weapon, kills her. Wasted character. I'm like, she was fucking wasted. I'm like, well, what was the point of even have her in here? Which I heard that the same exact thing happened in the comic book. She got killed by Bullseye or something like that. Which I don't know if I actually believe that. It actually happened in the comic book also, but whatever, you know. I thought the whole scene was pathetic. I was like, she was so wasted. I'm like, well, why is she even in this movie? They're just gonna waste a character like that. Oh yeah, maybe before that, she takes Daredevil's mask off. See, it's fucking Matt Murdock. Like, what the? Oh, so she was like, he would never kill my father. I mean, of course he wouldn't. Are you fucking stupid? It's Matt Murdock. So that happened, and like I said, Bullseye kills her and easily. Then later on, you know, fucking the cops show up, you know, chasing after both of them. Daredevil falls through the church, and he's in pain, which that happens at the beginning of the movie. And the priest helps him. You know, he's all injured because, you know, he got stabbed by the side by Elektra. You know, love hurts, I guess. So now he gets to fight with Bullseye in the place. He's injured. He has a hard time fighting because he's injured. You know. And fucking, they're on top of the high stairs, or the second floor of the church, and the sniper shoots through fucking Bullseye's hands, put holes in his hands, even though he freaks out about it. He's like, my hands are ruined. I can't use these hands anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? You still have your hands, you fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about? Like his hands got blown off or something like that. He's got holes in his fucking hands, like Jesus or something. Like, he doesn't understand that. Then Daredevil knocks his ass out the window, and he falls on top of the car. And in which I thought he was dead, but he wasn't. We'll get to that soon. He lived. And he fall on top of Joey Pants' car. He's like, whoa! Yeah, he falls on top of my fucking car. Then later on, fucking, what's his name? Daredevil decides to go after the Kingpin. And Kingpin tells his little squeaky ass fucking slave boy that to tell the guards to go home. He want to fight Daredevil face to face by himself. And that was a decent fight between Daredevil and Kingpin. It was a decent fight. I didn't mind it. You know, Daredevil gets his revenge. You know, beating the shit out of his shit with an injured fucking arm. You know, he wins. And Kingpin's like, the cops are after you. You're that Cyrus? The cops are after your ass right now. Said, no, they're after you because they know that you're the bad guy. And he was like pissed off, Kingpin. And he goes to jail, Kingpin. And before that, Joey Pants was talking to Kevin Smith. It's like every movie, if Ben Affleck's in the movie, he's going to invite his friend Kevin Smith to be in it. Like, I don't get, like, I understand they're best friends and shit, but I don't get what's so good about Kevin Smith. Yeah, he made good movies like Clerks movies, and he made Ball Rats, and that was alright. And all those are good movies, but besides that, like this gonna be in every fucking movie Ben Affleck's in. Like, are you fucking kidding me with that? Then, like, later on, fucking, you know, the case closed. You know, Coolio gets out of jail free. You know, he's fine. You know, not guilty. You know, he's happy. You know, he's hugging Jon Favreau. You know, it was good to see Coolio in here. Like I said, this movie has a good cast. I'll say that. Except for Elektra. I didn't like Jennifer Garner as Elektra. She didn't fit Elektra to me. Like, her face did not fit the character, in my opinion. She should have got, like, a hotter chick. Jennifer Garner is cute. It's just that she's not, like, mad attractive or anything like that, you know. She just not fit the character, in my opinion. And then later on, Joey Pants walks up to Matt Murdock, and he knows that Matt Murdock's Daredevil because, you know, Joey Pants is a fucking genius, you know. Like, you can't underestimate Joey Pants. He knows who you are, you know. He's not a fucking dumbass. Don't fuck with Joey Pants, man. He's a beast. Don't fuck with that guy. He ratted on Morpheus, all right? He'll rat on you, too. The thing is, he almost ratted on Daredevil, just like he did with Morpheus. He almost did, because, like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to put this on the article. I'm just going to erase it. Fuck it. I actually like Daredevil, you know. I actually fuck with that guy. He was like, go get him. Tell him to go get those bad guys and stuff like that. You know, then the movie ends. Well, he actually looked at the necklace hanging from the rooftop or something like that. I don't know if that was Elektra's necklace or something. I don't know what the hell that was. I forgot what that was. So she's saying she's alive or something. And I heard a lot of people say that she's alive. She actually survived getting stabbed by her own side. I don't know if that's actually true that she survived, but it don't make no sense how she get easily defeated. And I thought she got killed, but I don't know if she got killed. I don't know what the fuck happened with her character, but her character was still wasted. Like, I don't know what's the point even have her in a movie. Shouldn't be in the movie. Should have like a different person or something like that, like a regular friend or something like that. You know, like that was stupid. Even have her in the movie. You know. But yeah, this movie's decent. I don't mind this movie. You know, there's some parts I really didn't enjoy in this movie. You know, like the worst part with this movie was the playground scene. That shit was awful. And, you know, a couple other scenes I didn't really enjoy that much in this movie, you know. But I really enjoy these actors in this movie. You know, Jon Favreau was funny as fuck, especially Joey Pants. He's like the best part of this movie, Joey Pants. Every time I see this guy, I cannot stop laughing when I try to see Joey Pants in here. He's funny as fuck. Like I said, this guy almost ratted on Daredevil like he ratted on Morpheus. Like I said, don't fuck with Joey Pants, but he will fucking rat on your ass. You know? That's the thing. But yeah, like I said, this is not a bad movie. It's not bad. It's decent at best. I don't like people say it's very underrated. I want to say it's underrated. I'll say it's decent. It's not underrated. You know. Like I said, it was good. You know, the whole lawyer stuff. I really enjoyed the lawyer stuff more than Daredevil. You know, I enjoyed the scenes with Daredevil. You know, like the best scene with Daredevil was when he goes after Paul Ben Victor. That's like the best part. Everything else is like, it's all right. The other parts he goes after these people and stuff like that. But like I said, my favorite parts where he's the lawyer. You know, instead of being Daredevil. That's the best parts. It's funny as shit. Oh yeah, I forgot another part where with Bullseye. So, you know, they show the scene where what's his name? Kingpin's in jail, and then they show Bullseye in this hospital bed in jail, and he has like a cast all over his body after falling on top of the car, which I thought he was dead, but he survived. He has a whole body cast on his body. He sees a fly. He slowly moves his hand to grab the pencil, where the hell it was. He throws it at the fly, and he was like, haha, Bullseye. I thought that shit was funny as hell with that scene. That's like the most funniest shit ever. I was laughing my ass off with that scene. Like, I really enjoyed him as Bullseye. I forgot to mention that again. I really enjoyed him as Bullseye. He's really funny as hell as Bullseye. Especially Penguin. Like, every time this guy gets into a character, he does like a really good job playing these characters. Like, he does like a really good job at it. You don't see any actors like Colin Farrell who actually plays the character like he's supposed to be. Or like Jon Favreau when he's fucking Matt Murdock's lawyer buddy. Like, they do like a really good job in this film. Like, if it wasn't for Colin Farrell and Jon Favreau and Joey Pants, I probably would not like this movie that much. And Ben Affleck. If those four wasn't in this movie, I probably wouldn't like this movie that much. I probably would have thought it sucked. But like I said, I think this movie's decent. It was a decent film, and like I said, I did enjoy it. It's just that other people think it's underrated, and I disagree with that, and I wouldn't say it's underrated. I mean, there's others like Charlie Cox who plays the new Daredevil, and he was like, there's too much shit going on in this movie or something. Somebody said something like that. And, you know, I do kind of agree with him, and other times I don't agree with him. Because he hasn't watched the director's cut, I don't think. He think he knows something, but I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Well, yeah, like I said, this movie is funny. It's a funny movie. I enjoy the action, and this is a enjoyable film. I really like this film. It's pretty decent.